Danny Flexon here for SecondsOut. Delighted to be joined by light heavyweight contender Callum Johnson. Callum, how are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. We're here today, obviously, for the press conference for the July 10th Royal Albert Hall show, which you were initially due to be on. But tell us why you're actually going to be moved back to August now.
Basically, a couple of niggles after the last fight, and they never quite repaired as quick as I thought they would. So, we've made the decision to pull this one and just give it another few weeks.
Have you got what's known in the trade as puncher's hands?
I got knockout hands, but no, not really. I've never really had too many problems with my hands, to be honest. Touch wood. And like I say, there wasn't that bad, to be fair, but it was just a little bit niggly, and I rested them for a few weeks.
Bit jealous of the other guys? Obviously, Royal Albert Hall's an iconic venue.
Yeah, I wouldn't say jealous, but yeah, it'd been nice to have boxed on the show. Obviously, it's light heavyweight Bill, and it'd have been nice to box at the Royal Albert Hall, but it is what it is. I've got to think about myself, and they've got their own business to sort out anyway. I'm on my own path for now, and I'll be back out in August, as Frank said there, hopefully. So we'll go from there.
You've had a few months to digest your Queensberry Promotions debut. Not the first round you would have hoped for, but certainly an explosive finish in the second. What do you make of it now?
It's one of them. I made a few mistakes. I kind of forgot about everything. I just went out and had a fight. 777 days out of the ring, over 2 years, and it was nice just to let my hands go properly, with intent, and that's what I did. And I should have maybe done it a little bit more sensible, but excited people, it got everyone talking, and it was good to get back out.
Probably took a few years off Joe Gallagher's life, but aside from that.
I mean, good job it only last 2 rounds, because you wouldn't want to have been watching that for 5 or 6.
It'd be as grey as me eventually. What is the path? You said you're on your own path. Let's start with August. What sort of level of opponent do you see yourself coming back against?
Whoever. You know what I mean? Whoever. Obviously I went in with a good opponent for my first fight back after 2 years, so I'm not shy of fighting anybody. So whoever it might be, I'll leave that down to Joe and Frank and everyone to sort out. And I'm just a fighter at the end of the day. I get told who I'm fighting, and I'll go okay.
You must have a certain level of impatience though. Like if you don't get a world title shot in a year, for example, you'd be knocking on the door then, surely.
Yeah, listen, I'd fight for a world title next fight. I mean, hopefully I get a good fight next time out, August, and then, who knows, get that Joe Smith shot. That's what I would like personally, and then bring it back and defend it against one of these guys. But again, that's out of my hands, that's in Frank's hands, so I just don't really worry too much about it, and I just worry about myself and making sure I'm right for whoever I might be fighting.
Now, by these guys, you're obviously referring to Anthony Yarde and Lyndon Arthur. They've got a contracted rematch, assuming they both come through on July the 10th. Who do you fancy in that rematch?
Do you know what? It's a tough fight to call, isn't it? Yeah, it's a 50 fight. But if I had to pick, I'd go with Arthur again. I fancied Arthur in the first fight, if I'm honest. But I think Yarde will come better. He'll let them all go. But then Arthur's going to have both his hands this time. So it's an interesting fight. But I think I'd favour Arthur again.
Is there an expectation, either explicitly stated or something in your own mind, that you should get a world title shot before either of those two guys?
It's one of them, they're all going to think they deserve it first. Arthur's ranked #1 with the WBO, so he's going to think he deserves it. I've been there and done it, never quite pulled it off, but I've been at that world level before, so I think I'm better equipped to go in with Joe Smith and bring the belt back. I think if Frank wants the belt coming back, I think I'm the best man for the job.
You got Joshua Buatsi fighting at Fight Camp in the summer against Ricards Bolotniks, who won the Golden Contract tournament. Is that a fight you'd have quite fancied for yourself? Style-wise, it seemed to be one that might suit you.
Yeah, well, Bolotniks, you mean, obviously. Yeah. Listen, like I said, anybody that moves me forward, I'm open to fight. I think that's a good fight for Buatsi as well. I think it's a fight. Buatsi, stylistically, I think he'll win that fight, but I do think Bolotniks will push him and make him work for it. So it's a good test for him.
You said Joe Smith Jr. is the one you're kind of targeting. Is that just because of WBO rankings and so on, or is there a reason why he's the champion you'd most like to fight?
WBO, obviously Frank. We know Frank's got a good relationship with the WBO. It's a fight that we spoke about before. It's a fight that excites me for some reason, I don't know, and I think it excites the boxing public. Me and him going at it, and I've got a bit of a name in America. I've been out there a couple of times. And I think both sides of the Atlantic, it's a fight that people would like to see.
Just tell us what things are like in Joe's gym at the moment, because we've seen Callum, Liam. I mean, Callum's taken some time out, Liam's moved on. You've got new people coming in as well. What's it like compared to, because you've been there a long time, you must be one of the longest serving people in the gym now.
Yeah, the gym's buzzing. The gym's always buzzing, and even when it's not just the fighters in-house fighters, people are always coming in the gym, sparring and everything else. So there's never ever a quiet day in the gym, and it's good to be around it.